Hey, I'm Unique Love, aka Yaya, BKA, Shakita Banana, poet, blogger, food enthusiast, therapist, and BFF of Monie.
And I am Simone Loud, aka Monie, poet, writer, audio engineer, mentor, creative director, and Yaya's bestie. And together we are LoveLoudd, LLC.
2008 marks the year we met at the illustrious Clark Atlanta University. 2016 is when we became business partners. And in 2020, we started our lovely podcast, Truth Carpet.
Truth Carpet was inspired by our real life carpet in our dorm room that we sat on with our friends to speak the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Our version of Vegas. What was said on the carpet stayed on the carpet.
On our podcast, we will share original poems, discuss spicy topics, and quench your thirst with this here tea.
So grab your drink and let's get into it.
What's up? What's up? What's up? It's Shakita Banana here, y'all, for our episode of Truth Carpet with your favorite best friend duo. I'm here with my bestie with the best tea. That's me, but it's my other Mo to the E to the.
Look at you with the intro. Hello.
Because I heard your dad on the phone the other day, I had to say Shakita Banana with a little bit more energy today.
You had to see if he approves or denies this updated version.
Right, because I need to keep my name.
Hey, you came. I tried to tell you a long time ago about this Shakita Banana when it first arose, but hey, now it's up and it's stuck. I guess
I like it.
Hey, you like it? I guess I could love it. It ain't my name.
Hey, Monie, how you doing today?
Girl, I have discovered after being here for a month that my allergies do not enjoy this New York air.
Girl.
When I say my sinuses have been doing the fool, my sinus has been going dumb. Okay, my nasal passage has been congested, swollen behind the eyes, pressure in the head, like sinus. Like I've had this before a really long time ago, but to have it again, I'm like, oh no, I need to go to the doctor and get something prescribed. The Zocta. I can do over the counter for a minute, but we're gonna see how long it persists before I need to actually go to the doctor. Be like, all right, check this out. Everything's congested: ears, nose, eyes dry, dry and itchy, nose dry, nasal passage is swollen. I need some real drugs. Okay.
Fingers congested, toes congested, everything congested, doctor.
I don't know about all of that, but if y'all have never had a sinus infection or a sinus headache, which is also known as a pressure headache, it literally feels like
the worst.
What it sounds like, pressure, like being pushed in the front of your head. It feels like a band is being tightened around your head. Like it's not a regular headache. It's not a migraine, so it's not like a pounding feeling. It's like I don't know. Almost feels like swelling, like I don't know. It's weird to explain, but it's pressure.
It feels like you've been up for 72 hours and you're struggling to keep your eyes open. That's what it feels like. Plus you had some alcohol. Plus you ain't eat. That's what it feels like.
Dang.
But in your head. It's a lot. I hate it. And I'm from here. I'm from the tri-state area. So I just think that is not one of those things that you can get used to. It sucks. I went to go get some Zyrtex today from BJ's.
And I be sneezing. Just, at first I thought it might be dust. No, it ain't dust. It's my allergies. I got all this, from the nose up, y'all.
All the woo.
From the nose up. But other than that, I am good. So if y'all hear me sounding a little raspy-ish today, that's why. Dang, allergies trying to take over my body, but they ain't gonna win. Because my allergies ain't right within, okay?
But
how you doing?
I'm doing good. My allergies are not bothering me today, but they do have their days. I'm not a person who consistently takes her vitamins or her allergy medicine, so put the blame on myself most times when I forget my medication or when I get the pressure and whatever kind of side effects my body wants to have. I'll be like, dang, I didn't use my Flonase. I didn't take a allergy pill. That's on me. But it sucks. So I'm happy that it rained so that the pollen can clear away a little bit and give me some relief. Other than that, I'm really feeling this sort of kind of summer that we have. Like it feels like summer, but it doesn't feel like summer.
That
The
part.
weather is tripping because we've been going out with one another and it's just been fun. Like last year didn't really do anything because COVID was on one. And this year's loosened up a little bit. And the activities that you and I have been able to enjoy with one another have been fun for me. So I'm happy about that.
Right. And looking forward to so much more activities and outings, maybe even some road trips and traveling. You feel me?
You feel me?
It's going to be exciting. Oh, speaking of weather, one thing I can say that I'm not so used to at home is the rain. It has been raining a lot since I've been here. But I've been liking at night, because I don't like being outside in the rain. I'd rather be inside and listen to it. It's very peaceful at night. Like I've been feeling those vibes of like burning me a candle, having on my jazz music or whatever, little slow jams I might be playing.
Jazz.
Got the rain pitter patter on my window. I like it. I feel it's great for some poetic vibes. I can tell you that.
It's relaxing.
I've definitely been enjoying. I think the other night I kind of just laid. I lit a candle, played some music, and just laid and listened to the rain. It was so relaxing. It felt really nice.
Kind of like your bath that you had last night. Yeah, I'm gonna send Monie a rubber ducky in the mail. I'm gonna send her rubber ducky.
Lord, please don't let her send me no rubber ducky. That will be returned to sender. Okay.
No, it's not.
I don't want a rubber ducky. I don't play in the tub. I don't need a rubber ducky. It's not gonna play.
It's just gonna float around.
Float around. I enjoy a good nice soak. I've been needing to soak my bones at the end of the week. If nobody don't soak their bones, I mean, some people don't enjoy baths, but I like to take a nice hot bath. And I journaled for the first time in the tub, which was different. I was intrigued when you first mentioned, like, are you gonna journal in the tub? And I was like, no, I didn't plan on doing that. But then before I got in, I saw my journal and my pen on my bed because I intended on doing that when I got out. And I was like, I can come too. So I did it for about 10 minutes. It was really nice. I must admit. I probably won't do that every time, but it was different. I liked it.
I should have said, before I left your house, I should have said, you're going to thank me later. But no, I'm glad that you were able to enjoy that. I've never done it. It's something that I've always wanted to do, like get the bamboo little tray in the tub and set up everything nice, but I never did it, so I'm glad that you were able to do it and enjoy it.
Hey girl, try it out.
I have journaled in a tub before. It's been a while, so maybe I need to go take get my Dr. Teal's salt.
Yes, Dr. Teal's
candle.
That's what I had. The lavender.
Yeah, I got the Himalayan pink salt.
Yes, I'm gonna try that one next. I think you got me some.
It's I got salt. You some bath salt. Yeah. Yay.
So I'm gonna use that next time. Try out the bath salts. Shout out to everybody that love a good bath.
Right. So it sounds like we're in a calm, relaxing mood today. Would you agree?
I would. I feel well rested.
Okay, so let's go ahead. You do our rundown or whatever.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Hey y'all, what's up? It is now time for me to give you the campus rundown where you can find out every single thing that is happening on this here episode. We are starting with an icebreaker. We are letting loose and talking about the Olympic sports that we would compete in if we were in the Olympics. Then we're heading over to Suite 223 where Yaya is going to be reciting a poem entitled The List. Then we're heading over to the CAF talking about health and fitness with Miss Victoria Tapp, aka Fit With Vic. We're talking about her business and what motivates her and some tips about fitness that we do not know about? What motivates her to keep going? What motivates us to keep going? Then we're heading over to the dorm story segment where Victoria will tell us about a time in her fitness journey where she wanted to give up. And then last but certainly not least, in our announcement segments, we have something for everybody. So make sure you are tuned in all the way to the end so that you don't miss out on what we could have in store for you. You know what I'm saying? We could be talking about discounts. We could be giving away something for free. We might be having an event. You don't want to miss out on the news. Stay tuned. All right, girl. You ready to head over to the icebreaker?
Yes.
Let's go.
Hey y'all, we are in the icebreaker segment where we let loose and play a little game. Today we have a question for one another and we're just going to answer. It's a straightforward question. Well, I think it's straightforward. I don't know, but we're going to see. So if you're not living under a rock, you know that the Olympics is going on right now. So our question is, what game or games would you compete in if you were in the Olympics?
I got an answer for you.
So excited. So excited.
This is going to be crazy because it's something that I can't actually do. But in a world where I could do this, I would want to compete in synchronized swimming. That should look dope.
What's so dope about it?
I got into it recently when I was watching synchronized swimming. I'm like, the routines in this is crazy. The timing of it. I can't remember who was I watching. I think I might have been watching the US. But the routine that I had watched at the time, because this was a couple weeks ago, I was like, this is really dope. I never actually sat and watched it. I've only seen like synchronized swimming on movies. So I never sat and watched it for the Summer Olympics. I'm like, this is amazing. I got to tune into the Olympics and watch synchronized swimming. And it came on today while I was at work. I have to run it back so I could watch it again, catch the replay. But yeah, synchronized swimming, and I say it's something that I won't be able to do or I can't do because I don't know how to swim.
Where I don't know how to swim either. And it's not because I'm Black. It's just because when I had swimming classes, I was playing with the toys in the pool instead of learning how to swim.
Wait, but you actually took swimming lessons? I don't recall ever taking swimming lessons.
Yeah, because when I was in school, they didn't have a gym. So they used to take us to the YMCA. And they, during the wintertime, we would go to the YMCA and they had a swimming class. But I was playing with the toys. And then later on, when I was a teacher at a summer camp, they offered to teach you how to swim. The lifeguards and the people in the camp who know how to swim. But by that time, I became afraid of water, like big bodies of water. So my fear is not being in the water, is being splashed in my face because something comes over me that I feel like I'm drowning. I don't know how to get out of it. And I've jumped off of diving pools. I had little tea parties under the water, everything. But
tea parties under the water, what is that?
Yeah, so they basically you hold your breath, you go under the water, and you sit and you act like you sipping tea. I guess it's like a fun way or creative way they teach kids how to go under the water and stay there for a while. So I've done those things, but as far as moving my body and going in the water, it hasn't happened.
I mean, I had swimming in high school, but I usually got away with it around that time without having to get in the water most days. I was like, I'm walking around the pool today. It's that time of the month.
I'm walking around the pool today. It's not happening.
That's only because I had the unfortunate experience of having being at the pool outside during like the fall and the winter. Like, who wants to do that?
Oh, no, honey.
But when you switch it and you have it closer to when it's warmer outside during the spring and close to summer when school's getting ready to get out, it's better. But for everybody else that starts the school year with having to be outside in the cold, and then it really sucks when you guys swimming at your first class is PE instead of the last one. That was terrible.
Oh, it's gone through the whole day feeling all yucky.
Right, but they had showers there. They had showers, but I don't think did everybody. I don't know. I think they probably did like a little wash up or something. I honestly don't remember, but I was lucky enough to have it at the end of the day. But some days it was still cold. No, it turned me off from swimming. Yeah, I'm walking around the pool today. I just walk around an hour of class. All right, what about you? What Olympic sport would you compete in?
Girl, I had to pull up Google and see all the sports that they have, and I'm like, dang, this is a lot. I thought I would end up choosing like something that's not that like I typically wouldn't choose or like typically wouldn't come to my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually thought it was gonna be like a hot dog or chicken wing eating contest on here, but
Bruh.
I wouldn't do that because I get full quick. But I would choose volleyball.
Okay.
When I was younger, I was interested in tennis and volleyball. Tennis is hard for me. Like I have a tennis racket. I have mad tennis balls, pink and green ones. Ooh, we should.
Oh, I see where you go with that.
But my feet and hand, which is weird because I said volleyball, right? But my feet and hand coordination is so bad with tennis. But I recently played volleyball at one of my job's events, and I had a good time. And I thought I was gonna be bad, but people kept passing me the ball to serve, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm a little good or whatever. So and like I was like, I don't want to play. It's hot out here, but it didn't feel hot like once I was in the sport. It was
Yeah.
actually enjoyable. So I would if I can get good at the sport, I think I would enjoy volleyball. And one interesting thing is speaking of watching it on TV, I watch the news while I get dressed for work. And the news anchors that I enjoy watching, I forget what show I watch in the morning, but they went to Tokyo to watch the show. I said the show, the Olympics. And I never knew that they play rain or shine. Only in thunder. Only if it's lightning they don't play.
Oh wow.
I wouldn't like that part. But I think I would enjoy volleyball.
That's what's up. I can see that. I'm a terrible server. Like I could pass, I could spike. I cannot serve the ball. I'm a terrible server. I never really liked playing volleyball though. It was not my thing. I did run track though, which is crazy. Some people don't know that I used to run track, but then it came to a point, as usual, Simone had to choose between the arts and sports, and I chose the arts. So I never really ran track like I wanted to, but I did run track. So that might be another one that I would do. I always used to want to learn how to jump the hurdles, and I thought I was too short. Like I didn't think I had enough leg
Yeah.
to jump the hurdles.
No bunnies. I can't jump for nothing. I could jump rope, but I can't come more than 5 centimeters off the ground. I don't know why I can't jump high.
What's the other one? The leap. I can't remember what is the sport is exactly called, but it's also part of track and field. But it's like you leap from one end to the next. I never had enough leap in my legs, so I stopped competing for that when I was younger. So you have to jump like a certain amount of feet. So from like the edge of the sandbox to the other end, like how far can you jump, like land? I never won that.
That girl, did you see her when she had to throw that big ball? I didn't know that was a sport in the Olympics too.
Yeah, and it's like, is it called the catapult?
Yeah.
No. That's when you leap over with the stick. I think that's catapulting. I can't remember what the other one's called.
The one like on what's it, Matilda, the teacher?
Miss Trunchable.
Yeah. They had that sport. But I would choose track too. I never ran track. I like when I was a little person, I always thought of things to psych myself out of sports. Like I always looked at people that was on TV and said, "Oh, my body image doesn't compare to that, so I can't do it." So I always like psych myself out of things. But track, when I think of running, I'm like, I ain't got time for that. But whenever I'm in the gym and they say run, like when I used to go to CKO or do Orange Theory Fitness, and they say like the trainer says run, I be going fast, and then people be wanting me on their team. I be going fast, but if I was like with you and you said run, I'm like, mm-mm. But like I just have a competitive mindset. I think that I just be like running so fast, and I'm like, whoa, that was cool. I want to do it again. So I think I would do track as long as it's just the running. I ain't jumping over nothing. Any other sports you think of, or just those two?
No, I would just say those two. If y'all haven't watched it, y'all should take a look so y'all can see what I'm talking about. It's intense. It's
I
really
know
intense. The
that
timing
takes a
has to
lot,
literally be perfect.
right? That takes a lot, and you gotta hold your breath too and go.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it.
Bless their hearts. Well, that's it for our icebreaker.
You ready to head on over to Sweet 223?
Lego. Hey everybody, welcome to our Sweet 223 Poetry Suite, the poetry segment of our podcast. I am Shakita Banana. I'll be sharing an original poem called The List. Now, I'll be honest and say I used to have a list, and everything on it, within it, a man had to exist. If it didn't, well, shit. I vowed I'd had to resist because I figured without it all, I'd be pissed. For me, everything I listed was of importance, from his stature of his smile to the follicles in his scalp and the curvature of his brows, from his amount of degrees and how he swans his D, to his emotional intelligence and his financial independency. Now, of course, he has to be a man of God and family oriented, but no kids deserve a round of applause. Let's not forget his work ethic, ambition, and drive, his ability to hold decent conversation as he gazed into my eyes. Brutally honest, neglecting to tell any lies, dapper, debonair, with the swagger so sexy. Yeah, that's my list. Amen. God bless me. The end.
Wait a minute, is that how it really ends?
Yeah.
The way you said it, I thought you were playing. God bless me, the end. Anywho, you already know what it is. We need to jump into the details of this poem because you know what I'm still stuck on as far as the meaning behind this poem. Okay. So before I ask my question, I would like to know the inspiration behind this poem and if you still have a list.
Oh, nice question. So I stumbled upon this poem today because I was like, oh, it's my turn to share. And I was going I was going through the poems. I was like, dang, shared that, shared that, shared that. And I came across this one. I was like, what is this? So the last few lines I put today, but when I first started
Oh my God.
that's why it ends that way. But when I first started the poem, I thought it would be cool to have a poem about the list that women typically have or people have. Because I recently learned that we women are not the only ones who make lists of characteristics or things about a person that we want. Before this whole manifesting word became a hashtag or the thing to do, I learned that some friends of mine have lists as well. So I thought it would be cool to create some kind of poem or spoken word about things that I would want in a person. So of course I'm gonna go back and edit it and add to it, delete whatever. But I wanted to be silly and share that one with you today. Do I still have a list? That's a good question. I think I do. Do I know where it is? No, because a long time ago, I wrote a list, and I'm sure if you read our blogs, you'll see one of my blog posts about the list, some long characteristics that I had, things that I wanted in a guy. But I think when I wrote that, that was the amateur me, and now my list has changed to be what I want for the me now, or the person that I want to be, and who I want that person to match, sort of. I just don't know where the list is because I didn't want to become, I can't think of the word, but I didn't want to like overly obsess about the list, or meet somebody and then feel like I have to go back and check that list and say, oh, you ain't got this amount of degrees, sorry, like you match everything else but sorry. And that goes back to how I learned about the list, which was, there was a show probably on TLC or something, about Chili from TLC. That's funny, right?
Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
And she had a list, and that's where I first learned about it so many years ago. Like Lil Ye learned about that because she had a list, and every guy that she was meeting, they seemed like great guys, but something quote unquote as small as a cigarette, like he smoked cigarettes, turn off, or he, like different things, that she had this long list. So that's how I first learned about it. Yes, I still have a list. I just don't know where it is.
All right, girl. I have a list too, but I don't have a list of physical attributes. It's more so values and goals and, family oriented and, things like that. Because I've known women that have made lists based on how tall he has to be, the complexion of his skin. I'll be like, so if you met a man that had all of the qualities that you want, but he ended up being 5'6", you couldn't be with that man because he wasn't a few feet taller. Like, he marks off every single thing, but because he's not 6 feet tall, you can't be with this man. That's crazy to me. But some women really be like, no.
They be like, no, sorry to this man. But that's something that I had to pull away from. But I'm not gonna lie, I do have, like, I think I have that I would like a man that's taller than me. I didn't put specifics of how tall he has to be. Like, he got to be at least 6'2" or 6'3". I didn't put that, but I did put that I would want that. Because, closed mouths don't get fed. So if you don't ask for what you want, you may not get it. But I'm not stuck to it. Even when it comes to education, because I used to have, like, he got to at least have 2 degrees. He got to, like, go to a HBCU, like,
oh,
all those
dang.
different things. I didn't have that. I just wanted to throw something out there.
I was about to say, at least he educated.
Right. I used to be like really specific like that, but now I'm like, bro, like it's a lot of people who didn't go to college, who have amazing jobs, who can be chivalrous and all these other things too. Like, you don't have to go to college for that. Shoot, I'd rather have somebody who has a great career right now, didn't go to college, because that means no student loans. We can get married and I don't worry about your debt. In that case, shoot, it's me with the debt, man, with the college debt.
Oh, don't get me started on that debt. Oh, my Lord. Lord bless the man that's going to marry me, because my loan debt is not pretty, okay?
Not cute. Not cute over here.
It is not. But, all right. I appreciate the honesty on the list, baby.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah, I honestly don't think there's anything wrong with having a list. Like, you need to know what you want and what you deserve, and then also ensure that you are bringing to the table some of the things that you are, asking for. I honestly feel like some people can't ask for somebody with X amount of dollars and making X amount of dollars in the job. Like, you don't even have no job. So how you out here looking for somebody balling out, looking to be taken care of, and you can't even take care of yourself? I mean, that's just my opinion. Maybe you just want a sugar daddy. Who knows? You got to be specific sometimes.
For real.
Oh my goodness.
That's it for our sweet tutu trees.
So you know what that means. It's time to head on over to the calf.
Hot topics. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the calf. We are here to get into some juiciness. Simone has a friend. She brought her friend along to the calf. You want to introduce your friend, Monie?
Abso-freaking-lutely. I got my good girlfriend, Miss Victoria Tapp, aka I like to call her Vicky, Fit With Vic, you feel me? Fitness guru, I like to say, she be doing the damn thing.
Yes.
But yes, I would love to welcome you here to the Truth Carpet, where we are about to be talking about fitness, okay?
What an intro. I'm so honored. I'm like looking around like, what's she talking about?
You talking about you, boo. You better feel the vibes.
I appreciate the love. Thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely.
Thanks for being here with you. And
Of course.
I must add on to Simone's introduction. Like, you be doing the damn thing on your Instagram,
Aww.
your videos. I remember I did a workout with you, and I was just like, okay. I just loved it. The pictures, it's just amazing. It's just inspirational.
That is so awesome to hear. I appreciate that.
You are welcome. We appreciate your post, girl. But in general, who are you? We want to know, and the listeners want to know who you are.
That is such a good question, because honestly, I feel like 2020, I was still trying to figure that out. And I feel like the 2020 was that year. I don't know if it was that year for you guys.
Really,
a lot of self-searching and purpose finding. But honestly, I feel like, yes, I'm a certified personal trainer, but Victoria, I feel like my purpose is to motivate and inspire. And that's where I find joy. And I just happen to find it within the niche of personal training. But definitely someone that's motivating, uplifting. I'm your best friend, your girl next door. And I'm just trying to make everyone happy and like find my purpose and live my best life. So that / creator, because I love to create content and just to be expressive. And I express myself through like my Instagram and my posts and just how I put my fitness stuff together. So yeah, That's who Victoria is.
I love when people say the girl next door. It's just like, I'm down to earth. It's me, it's like literally I'm regular.
Regular.
Good things going on too.
Out here just like everybody else, trying to find purpose. That's it.
I just love when people come on and they talk about like their own personal journey and their story in regards to like knowing what their purpose is and their passion being a part of that purpose. It's just it's always beautiful to hear. And
it's a beautiful thing.
Exactly. And like you said, 2020 was definitely a year to do that. Because I know I definitely had my fair share of figuring out like, okay, I'm in my thoughts right now. Am I on the right track? Should I reel it back? What's really going on right now?
We were with ourselves and our thoughts. There was nowhere to go but within. So
yes, nowhere to go but within. I like that.
That's a bar.
Yes. Tell her about the gyms, Monie. Tell her about the gyms.
Hey, rumor has it that when you do come to the truth carpet, you have to drop at least 7 gems. So
7 gems?
Yep. So you already dropped 1.
Oh man. I feel like on the spot. I'm sure they'll come out throughout the entire conversation.
Hey, when you that girl next door, it just comes out.
Right.
Hey.
So speaking of coming out, what inspired you to start your business? We kind of already hinted towards it with Fit With Vic. So you have a business. What inspired that to jump off?
I do. So I do have an official personal training business called Fit With Vic LLC, whoop whoop. But I've always been a lover of health and fitness. This started way back in high school. Like I would always play sports and competitively, and I just like to keep moving. But then I went to college, and then I move to LA where I met Simone. I went to grad school, and then life just kind of got in the way of that. So like, I don't know if, well, obviously you guys have been in school and like grad school and stuff like that, like late nights, fast food, you're not sleeping, you just create really poor habits. And anyone that lives in LA, like traffic is insane. So you're sitting majority of the time, and like stressors were just crazy. And I just started to feel terrible. And not only did it affect me physically and I put on weight, like it affected me mentally. I actually developed a diagnosed anxiety disorder out in LA.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I had to see it there. I didn't know what was wrong with me because I'm very, by nature, a happy-go-lucky person. Like I said, I like people and friends, but I was just depressed. And I didn't realize that it was attributed to the fact that I wasn't physically moving and the crap that I was putting in my body, a lot of takeout, Uber Eats, etc. So long story short, I had a friend who started going to the gym just for me to find a distraction. I didn't think it was going to help. And like, lo and behold, months later, I started physically changing, and that affected me mentally. And I was able to, find a way to combat my anxiety without going on antidepressants and anxiety disorder medications. I'm not saying that's for everybody, but for me personally, that's what helped. And once I saw that it had such a big effect on my life, I was like, I need to become certified. Like I need to really hone this skill and get in depth so I can help others. Went to NASM school, which is basically National Association of Science and Medicine for personal trainers. Did the courses, took the test, became certified. and started this business to help women, not only just physically and men, but like mentally as well. Like if I had another platform, it would definitely be mental health, because I think they coincide and go hand in hand for sure. So that's what inspired me, was honestly mental health. It was my saving grace. Fitness for it, yeah.
Yes, come on, inspired by mental health.
On through,
Oh, yeah.
come through.
For real, no, like
Oh,
you
yeah.
are right. They most definitely go hand in hand. If someone disagrees, I don't know what to tell them. That's your opinion.
Right.
But honestly, truly, like from personal experience, because I also too have worked out with Fit With Vic, and over the course of that, it definitely changed my perspective on what I believe that I could do, and
Yes.
understanding that it's not so much about trying to push myself and go hard. It's understanding what my body has limits. I'm not gonna be able to do everything right away. So,
and that's okay. Like, that's the beauty of the thing. It's a personal journey. Like tunnel vision, it's you and your body, no one else. You're in competition with no one else, and you go at your own pace. Like, yes, girl, I'm proud of you.
yes, growing and glowing through the process. That's what I enjoy most about fitness. Because even though sometimes you may fall off a little bit, or you may not see results as fast as you think you should, but it's all about enjoying that process and being part of that journey and understanding the wants and needs of your body. But we're not interviewing me. What are we talking about?
Girl, it's okay. Speak your truth. Snaps. Yes.
Okay, so speaking about personal development and everything, basically not being a one fit all kind of thing, how does a person know what their regimen should be? So like what's beneficial for their overall health, eating wise, workout wise, like for somebody who may not be able to do pull-ups but can do push-ups, like how do you know what your regimen should be?
So this is like, not to like push myself, honestly, but this is where a personal trainer comes in hand, because a lot of us, I know when I was first starting out, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. A gym was just intimidating. Like I walked in there and I would just go on the cardio machine, because that's what we all know. We run for 20 hours, we lose no weight, and then we go home and we're like, why do I not see any results? So honestly, like knowing your body and the anatomy of it is like high key important, because the standard calorie intakes, the food association says is 2,000 calories per day, but that's not true for everybody. There is no standard. I may be 150 and someone taller than me be 150, but I'm expending more energy than they are. So what I need is different from what they need. It's very different. Or someone may be lactose intolerant and dairy may not work for them, but my body thrives off of high fats, low carbs. So it's really just like learning your body, but you can do that by getting a nutritionist and a personal trainer, or honestly, someone that's just knowledgeable. They don't necessarily have to be certified. I would suggest getting someone that's certified, just so you have that extra protection. But it really just depends on like your medical history, what runs in your family. I know diabetes is really high in my family, so I have to make sure I'm watching my sugar content, because I have predisposed diabetes in my family. It varies. So that one size fits all fitness life it's not true. And I actually hate to see that, because it's damaging for a lot of people who are working out incorrectly and eating incorrectly for their body. And it just doesn't make you feel good. You're doing all this work and seeing no results, because it's not for you. So Fit With Vic is like tailor fit. Like I'm working with you one-on-one from medical history all the way up to fitness goals. And that looks different for everybody.
That's really good. I didn't know that personal trainers looked into all of that. So I'm glad that you shared that information, because you're right. Like you don't want to do anything that may, like you said, wasting your time and money going to the gym and doing things, or buying quote unquote all these healthy foods because you see it worked for your friend or your cousin, but that's not what you need.
Exactly.
Another thing that I want to mention too, because I'm in this fitness group. I'm in a couple different ones, but I just like to see like people's progress and the advice that they can give to others. And one of the ones that I'm in, it's like people in different parts of their journey, people that have been working out for years, people that are literally just starting out and don't know what to do. And sometimes it really throws me off when people jump into jump into asking questions and they literally know nothing. And the first thing that most of them want to do is lose like 30 pounds in like 3 weeks. Or like a month.
Mercy. Yeah.
And I'm like, baby, it don't work like that. You, unless you plan on starving yourself to death.
Right.
I'm like, it doesn't work like that. Like realistically, like when you truly think about fitness and wanting to take care of your body, what is it? I feel like Vic, you said this before. Like it's in the kitchen. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Like honestly, it's 80-20. It's 80% in the kitchen and 20% working out. And honestly, I think the reason people want instant gratification, we live in such a microwavable society, like Instagram, it's instant gratification. It's like, if you want to change the filter or you want to make yourself look a different way, it's a little bit cinching in the sides, you know, using whatever face tuner, etc. Or you see these 30-day butt challenges, get a bigger butt, and everything is so quick, but people forget like this is actually hard work. And I don't think our generation realizes that these things take time. And a lot of these people that you see on Instagram or just in general, like they've been working on their body for years, like years, 10 years plus. Like I've been in this game working on myself for 5+ years. This thing doesn't happen overnight. And it's not just about how you're going to look physically, but it's the mental change that's happening as you're on this journey. You become stronger mentally and physically, and it's something that can carry with you just outside of fitness. Like this fitness life is way bigger than just aesthetics, but a lot of people just get into it for aesthetic purposes. So they fall short when they don't reach their goals that were never attainable in the first place.
Right.
Come on. It was never attainable in the first place. Are you sure you know what you need? Do you know what you really need for your body type?
Right. Or do you want to do what you actually need to do to get what you want?
That part. Are you willing to put in the work?
You got to put in the work.
Come on, somebody.
And the crazy thing, because I mentioned BBL, the crazy thing is people go and get these surgeries because they want the aesthetic of it, but then they go ahead and ruin it by their eating habits or not working out to keep up what they have going on. So
I mean, to each his own. Like if you want to go get that, I mean, I'm not going to promote that. For myself, I would personally never do that. But if that makes you happy, my thing is just be honest. Don't get that and then promote and say you work out in the gym 5 days a week, because that's what I'm talking about. People are going to look at you as goals, and that's not obtainable because they're trying to do squats and you went and had surgery. Congrats on your surgery. Just be honest and don't claim to be doing something else like teas and laxatives and all that stuff, when in actuality, no, like that's not what you did. Just be honest.
Right. Then went ahead and got that BBL and then got paid promotion for those other products.
Exactly. A skinny tea.
Right.
Whatever they are. It's just not
the freaking what's them things? Waist trainers.
Waist trainers. It's so damaging. Sweat stuff. Like, no, that's not what did it.
That's not what did it at all.
Nope.
Now we're on to Monie's question. You remember what your question was, Monie? Go ahead and ask her.
Because I hear this term all the time and I'm like, what the hell is that? What the hell is a macro? And how do you count them? Like, what?
Yeah, because all I know is macaroni and cheese.
But it has to be baked. It's got to be baked, so like a pie. Like that's the way I eat it.
Yes.
That's so funny. So yeah, okay. Macros. You're gonna hear this thrown around a lot with a lot of fitness people and bodybuilders, but basically they're called macronutrients. So macro is short for macronutrients. Basically, that is like the fuel that your body needs to just function. So there's 3 groups. There's fats, proteins, and carbohydrates, and everyone needs different macros for their body, whether like how tall they are, how much they weigh, how much energy they put out into the world, and what their goal is. So some people's goals may be to lose weight. Cool, your macros are going to look different. If your macros are to put on muscle, or not macros, your goals rather to put on muscle, your macros are going to look different. But that's also based on, like I said, your height, your weight, your age, and then your current fitness level and how much energy you're putting out in the world. So like those 3 numbers, I feel like are like the golden numbers, like the holy grail to like any successful fitness regimen that you, when you're first starting out. I count macros now, but like, you don't necessarily need to do them, but like if you're getting really serious, like, yeah, I would definitely look into figuring out what your macros are. And it's very simple. Very, very simple to figure that out.
You say it's simple, but my brain is like, and I'm like, it be all over the place, almost like how Charlie Brown. Like, I don't understand.
Well, check this out. I'm going to put you onto game really quickly. So imagine right now how much you weigh. If you have a number in your brain, that times 1 gram of protein is how much protein you should be eating per day. Bam. That's your macros for your protein count right there. The rest of them are a little bit more difficult to figure out, but for right now, for time purposes, those are your protein macros. So 1 pound of body fat equals 1 gram of protein that everybody should be eating per day. But that varies because we all weigh differently. So these numbers look different for each of us, which is why it's not one size fits all.
Okay, but the way you just broke that down, now that makes more sense. I'm like, okay.
Exactly.
All
Girl
right,
next door vibe. You gotta make it make sense.
Right.
Make it make sense. Layman's terms, please.
There we go.
Yes, for
No, but thank
real.
you. I definitely appreciate that because I see it more often than none of
Yeah.
macros being mentioned, and I'm trying to look it up, and I just find myself like, all right, Google, we're gonna do this later.
It can be extremely daunting, but like you don't really need all that to just start off. Honestly, just get your body moving, stay away from the fast foods, and like, get your sleep. Just starting off, honestly.
Yes,
Don't
come
overwhelm
on.
yourself.
Yes, sleep.
Sleep. That's
Yes,
what I'm
sleep.
saying. Don't forget about your sleep. Hey.
Right. It's essential. It's just as important.
One thing that has my eyes rolling when I think about fitness is, why does it take me so long to get to my fitness goals? And these men, it seems like they be in the gym for one day and they come out with the 8-packs and the guns and nice legs and booties and stuff. I be like, what the heck? Like, I've been in the gym for
I
10 months.
know.
You've been in there for
Girl.
10 minutes.
And now it's
I'm weak.
what the heck? So our
He walked
question
in and
is,
came out buff.
why did it seem like men reach their goals faster than women reach theirs?
Because it's true. It's scientifically true, unfortunately. I wish it wasn't, but men have this thing called testosterone, which us women have significantly less in. And that is like the building blocks of, losing fat and putting on muscle. So genetically speaking, men have a not necessarily easier, but a quicker time of reaching their fitness goals in terms of like putting on muscle than women do, which is why it always baffles me and makes me kind of chuckle when women are like, well, I don't want to get like buff or anything. So I want to lift weights, but like, I don't want, and I'm like, girl, if you knew how long it would take you like 20 plus years to look like these bodybuilders, these women bodybuilders that you see. And honestly, a lot of them are taking testosterone injections to look like that. Like, it's not natural, some of them, but yeah, like, so you're not going to put on 10 million pounds of muscle because we're women. We birth babies. We give life. We got little kangaroo pouches. I work out daily and I still have a little kangaroo pouch, but that's okay to protect our organs and our future babies. Like, that's fine. That's not a negative thing, but you can still definitely reach your goals. But like I said, this fitness journey is a very personal journey. So don't look at the guy next to you. Don't look at him doing whatever. Focus on you and you're going to reach your goals. I mean, look to observe the beauty of the Lord. But like outside of that, like, don't worry about what they got going on. Don't compare. Comparison is the enemy of defeat. We don't.
Speaking of men in the gym, have y'all ever had a man come up to you in the gym and try to tell you how to do your workout? You should do this instead of this.
Oh, it is.
Have you tried this instead of you doing this?
You know what? I think it's all about, well, yes, first to answer your question, that has definitely happened to me more times than I'd like it to. Maybe when I was first starting out and I literally didn't know what I was doing, sure. But even so, there's a way to go about it. A lot of men like to, they like to show off for the ladies and be like, do it this way or do it that way. But for me now, it just gets really irritating because not saying I know everything, but I kind of know what I'm doing. And a lot of men try to, and women do this thing called ego lifting. I don't know if you guys have heard that terminology.
I have not. Explain it,
Ego
girl.
lifting is where you are just lifting heavy weights. Your form is not correct or whatever. And you're just doing it because you want to look cool in the gym. And more times than not, you're going to injure yourself or whatever. And a lot of men, at least that I've personally been around in the gym, that are telling me how to change my form or what I should be doing correctly are ego lifting. And it's crazy because then I'll go lift the same thing that they just lifted and they're like, oh, and they get quiet. Like, they're like, oh, she don't need my help. And I'm like, no, but like I said, it's all about being tactful and like delivery. And some people actually are trying to help you. But like, honestly, if I needed your help, I would ask. Me personally.
I'm like, is this a gym flirt thing? Like, is this your way of trying to get talk to? I don't know.
Real talk. I know some couples that found their husband in the gym. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Who knows? Who knows?
You never know. All right, let me get back in the gym then.
Never say never, girl. Never say never.
I can't think of someone coming up to me in the gym to correct my form. But right now I'm going to Planet Fitness, so they have that no judgment zone. So I've never really seen it happen to me or anyone at all before. But I did have once, this girl came up to me. She had me so hyped, y'all, because she came up to me. She was like, what do you do to get that? I was like, that was she. And she's pointing to my butt. And I was like, oh, girl, I'll be doing these. And it had me so hyped. I had to tell Twitter, y'all. I was like, yes.
I love that. But you see how she
Yeah.
asked you? Like, honestly, if people truly need help, and sometimes they may be shy and not, but more times than not, like, I'll ask or someone will ask, but just giving your unsolicited opinion, especially if it's wrong, it's just kind of like, I'm good. Like, I'm good. Thank you.
I'm politely declining your opinion.
Right.
Exactly.
So based off of what we were saying earlier, you have this goal in mind, you go to the gym, life happens, we get stressed out, you get defeated, whatever happens, and we once we're on a roll, but then we lose that motivation. And I can see you now, you're a human, you're not a robot. We want to know what motivates you to keep going.
I'll say this, back to what I said in the beginning, my mental health is most important. And basically I'm at the place in my life where I'm going to do anything to keep my happiness intact and my peace intact. And for me, going to the gym is so much more, like I said, than just aesthetics and looking good. It literally is my therapy. So the days that I don't go to the gym, sometimes like if I don't go for a week or whatever, because taking rest days is just as important. I don't feel like myself. I feel like my equilibrium's off, my head is scattered, but I'm able to go to the gym, whether it's 45 minutes or if I'm in there for 3 hours and just kind of like focus on myself and get my thoughts together in clarity. Like that's my motivation to feel good and be at peace. But also there are days where I don't feel like going. And this is what I tell a lot of my clients. You can't rely on motivation. Motivation's fleeting. And if we only did things when we felt like we wanted to do things, none of us would get anywhere because we're human. So once you get over that mental space of like, I'm not motivated today, but I'm still going to go because I have a goal in mind, that's the real game changer right there. And that's when you become a beast. Just saying.
You cannot rely.
I love that part. Motivation is fleeting. I like that. I've never heard that before, but I'm definitely going to keep that in my mind.
Right. Post that one up somewhere.
Just keep your why in mind. Why did you start this in the first place? And those days you don't want to do it and you don't want to feel that way, keep going.
See, I'm reminded on the days where I don't feel like doing it and I strive to do it anyway. I always feel so good after.
Absolutely.
It's like, yeah, I was feeling so down, like, I don't want to go to the gym. But once I got into, the vibe of getting my workout in, by the time I was done, I was like, damn, I can't believe I didn't want to do this.
Exactly. Honestly, that was me today. Like, no cap. Like, I had a leg day and I was dreading it. I sat in my car for about 20 minutes and I was just like contemplating, like, you can go home, you didn't sleep, blah, blah, blah. As soon as I got in there, I just posted a reel today on my Instagram. I lifted the heaviest like deadlift I've ever done in my entire like life today. I felt like okay, girl. Like, girl, I surprised myself. But if I had sat in the car and gone home, I would have never had that experience. And now I'm like, dang, like I can do anything. I'm excited to go tomorrow. I motivated my own self. Like,
I love it.
You gotta be your own cheerleader sometimes.
Hey, that's how I feel when I hold a plate for a full minute. Girl, you did that.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about.
What kind of music do y'all listen to, if any music?
Oh, I listen to a workout, twerkout playlist.
I love it. I love it.
It's all booty. Most of it is booty shaking music, but it'd be the fast paced beat, especially like when I'm running. Yeah. Like when I get my runs in and my squats in.
That's your go-to. Are y'all weird like me? Like, do you make music videos in your head as the music is playing?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I thought I was the only one. I'd be like dancing in my head.
Right. Like, walking down the street.
Right.
Yes. For real. Me
Every
too.
time.
Okay, I'm not alone.
Y'all gonna think I'm like sick though. Like I don't listen to music anymore in the gym. Yeah, I know. When I do cardio, sure, because I absolutely hate cardio, but it's important for your heart. But when I'm weightlifting now, because where I'm at and like the level in which I'm doing it, I need all focus. And because like if I'm putting twerk music on, I want to twerk, but I can't be twerking, squatting. So like I have to complete silence. Yeah, is how I best work these days.
That's not bad. Sometimes I have my silent moments in the gym too. It's not completely silent, of course, because you can hear the iron clapping and stuff, but sometimes I go without music too. But definitely for cardio, I need to have it. A podcast or something.
Yeah, I gotta have it when I'm on my treadmill. I gotta have it on the treadmill.
It's not fun. It's just torture. It's nothing. Like if I don't have my headphones, I'm gonna go buy one because I'm not about to just be on the treadmill without music.
For real.
Right.
All you hear is doop, doop, your feet slapping on the treadmill. Like, when is this gonna end?
The longest 10 minutes of your life.
What advice would you give to someone starting their fitness journey?
Ooh, this is a good one. First, starting out, create yourself realistic goals be super realistic. You know, whatever weight you put on or whatever you're trying to do, it didn't happen overnight. So don't expect you to lose 30 pounds in 30 days. Like, don't set yourself up for failure. Just know that it's a journey. I know you keep hearing that fitness is a journey. No, but it really is. It's just showing up for yourself every day. And eventually you'll look back and be like, oh, wow, I made it. But don't put too much pressure. Don't have a super specific timeline. Secondly, I would say, like I told you guys earlier, don't rely on motivation, because motivation's fleeting. There are going to be days where you just don't want to do it. But I always tell my clients, remember your why. Why did you start in the first place? Remember that feeling, and you don't want to feel like that anymore. So keep pushing, and like, you're going to get there on the other side. And then thirdly, don't compare. Don't compare. Don't scroll on Instagram and look at the body that you want and all your fitness influencers and etc. and be like, why don't I look like them? You know, they started from somewhere too. And Instagram is a highlight reel as well. Like, you don't know what they're doing to get to where they got. Just focus on you and your journey and all the growth that you're going to make physically and mentally, which is like the most important. And you'll reach your goals. Have a solid plan, stick to it, and you've got this.
I love where you started off with, it didn't take you overnight to gain the weight. So it's not going to take you overnight to lose the weight. And that stuck with me. Like, yeah, it was a process to put on this weight. It's going to be a process to lose it. And that, even while you were talking about the other points, which were really good points as well, I just kept thinking back to that one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, because it was fun to put on the weight. Like, eating food is good, so you don't realize.
For sure. All the cakes and cookies.
Ooh,
yes.
I love food. Who don't love food?
But it took a long time to get there. We just didn't know it. So just be kind to yourself, man. Have patience. You'll get there.
Absolutely. One thing for sure during my journey that I had to learn, and it took me a minute, was to stop looking at the damn scale. I can't remember when I changed my mindset, but it was more so me paying attention to how my clothes fit. I can't remember the last time I've actually been on a scale, but for me to jump into a pair of jeans, I got a little room in them, but I was still the same weight. And I was like, but wait a minute, I'm a little more slim and trim, and it's part of my body. I must have gained some muscle.
I love that. I'm telling you, using a scale it's an okay way to measure progress. But honestly, like, when you put on muscle literally weighs the same as fat. It just looks different because, you know, muscle it's cinched in and fat is kind of flubbery. So when you put on your clothes and your clothes fit a little bit better, you lost some fat, honey, and you gained some muscle. Like, be proud of yourself. What is a number on the scale? Like, who says that what this number is ideal? Nobody. Get out of my face. Like, no, you're a queen.
When I was doing the Fit With Vic program for 3 months, it was the measurements. We were measuring every couple of weeks, seeing our progress that way. That inspired me. I'm like, okay, and then the progress pictures. So it wasn't the scale. Absolutely. It wasn't about how much weight I actually lost. It was actually seeing how much I grew over time. And then by the end of that 3 months, being able to do things that I could barely do in the beginning.
Yeah, your biceps and your shoulders
muscles was mine, y'all. I wish y'all could see, but I haven't, it's not, you know, I'm still, you can see
that line ain't there.
I see it though.
I had to stop for a little bit. I had hurt my back in May, so I had fell off a little bit. So now I'm slowly but surely getting back into a routine again. I was like, dang, I don't know how I hurt my back. I don't know what happened.
You were killing it, and you're gonna kill it after you get yourself together.
Yes. So yeah, y'all don't pay attention to that. Unless like the weight loss is really the main goal. I was trying to lose 20 pounds. I go, did you hit the goal? Did you hit the goal?
But do you feel good? Do you look good?
Right.
All right.
Do you look good? Feel good? Because I like to eat. That's another reason I stopped looking at the dang scale. I know I like to eat.
Food is life. Food is fuel.
I'm going to eat. I'm going to run it off. I'll burn these calories off at some point.
One way or the other. Enjoy. It's all about balance, honestly. Like, at the end of the day, I still like my pizza and I like my Mexican food. But because of macros, what we talked about earlier, I'm able to incorporate that into how I eat and still get my results. All balance.
Balance. Yes. Keyword.
And plus, you don't want to go through life making it seem like you're suffering and killing yourself. Like, oh, I really want to eat this burger. I really want to eat that and that. But I want this goal of losing 159,000 pounds. So I'm not going to eat that. But I'm mentally not there. I'm I'm starving myself. Not even starving in the way of not eating, but like starving myself of what I want for myself because I'm trying to go for a goal that and I'm miserable about it. So you have to have a balance of, okay, I don't have to eat the whole grocery bag of snacks that I eat. Maybe just one today, one tomorrow, just having a good balance. You don't have to like say to yourself you can't have something, or have it as a prize.
It's like, you said what?
Or have it as a prize. Like, okay, I'll go to the gym 5 times this week. Yeah. And then I reward myself with a small gelato or something at the end of the week.
Exactly. And honestly, I don't know if you guys realize, but the more you deprive yourself of something, the more you want it and the more you crave it.
Girl, every day.
But if you focus on the things that you can have, it changes the game, honestly. Like, I think with diets, they're so restrictive, and that's why people fail, because they're looking at all that they can't have, so they want it more. But if you can incorporate foods that you do enjoy alongside foods that are going to help you reach your goals, it's so much more of a pleasant process, in my opinion.
It truly is. Shoot, I love a good cheat day.
What? I'm working for it.
Are you thinking of
I love my weekend reward, okay?
A burger?
No, I was thinking of a cheese. I was thinking of a burger. I was thinking of a big, fat, juicy burger.
Is that that's your go-to? Mine is burritos.
That is my go-to. That is definitely my go-to.
You love burritos too.
It's so good. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, it's just the perfect combination of everything. Y'all making me hungry. Stop.
All right, before we get too hungry, y'all ready to go over to the next segment?
Let's do it.
Yes, girl.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? In today's scenario segment, we have Miss Fit with Vic, Miss Victoria Tapp.
Hi, y'all.
To talk to us about a time that she wanted to give up during her fitness journey. Let's all be inspired. Miss Vic, take it away, honey.
Thanks for having me, guys. So there have been many times when I felt like giving up, just on my personal journey of trying to lose weight, gain muscle, because it's a progress and it's a journey. It takes time, and anything that takes time it can be difficult and a little daunting because you just sometimes can't see the end goal in sight. And then I've also had times where within my business, my professional side of things, I felt like giving up because there's so many people trying to do the same thing that I'm doing and just trying to figure out what's my purpose, what's my niche, what makes me stand out, blah, 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 all that stuff. So I don't know if there's been one distinct time, but definitely, like I stated before, like in 2020 when gyms were shut down, and I put a lot of, I guess, focus and identity into like, well, I'm Victoria, I'm the fitness girl. And if I didn't have that, what was I doing? And without a gym, who was I without a gym at this point? And I had to do some serious self reflection, anti-personalization, and just figure out like, Victoria, no, you're a warrior, you're adaptable. Like, you don't need a gym to get your mental health in order. You don't necessarily need a gym to reach your goals. Is it easier to have all that stuff on hand? Absolutely. So like in 2020, beginning of 2020, Fit With Vic was not even Fit With Vic. I was just Victoria, the personal trainer. That's it. Like, I would train clients here and there under just my name. And I noticed a lot of people that started on their fitness journey were struggling because without a gym, it's like, well, what do we do? We're all just stuck at home, depressed. People are dying of COVID. It was just really rough time. People were furloughed. So I took it upon myself because I was feeling the same way that a lot of people were feeling. How can we change this? How can we bring something positive? We're all stuck at home. What can we do to get our bodies moving, which is going to help our mental health? Like I said, it coincides. So I started Fit With Vic during COVID. So she's actually quite a baby, but I've been training for a while, so people don't realize that. I'm going on 4 years of training, 4 or 5 years of training, but Fit With Vic is like a year and change old. So I had to figure out, how to be adaptable. So I started doing boot camps. You guys joined them. Summer boot camps, which was so fun. Figuring out, getting creative. I honestly think it made me a really much better trainer because I figure out how to use household items to, simulate the same movements as certain equipment in the gym would do, using rice bags as weights, putting backpacks on to emulate, weight of a squat, or using toilet paper or paper towel to slide along the floor to work your quad. Any and everything I was like, nah, like I've been working way too hard on myself and motivating others. Like just because some gyms are closed is not going to stop us. So through that, I created a community of women and men. We had like 3 of them, like maybe 60 plus, 100 plus people sign up and like get motivated and, you know, get moving. And it inspired people to continue their journey outside of COVID. And because I saw that this was such a success, I started to take my business a little bit more seriously. And I became LLC'd during COVID as well, got a business plan together, and it kind of just shaped who Fit With Vic is now. I'm a community of women and men motivating each other. Like I said, I'm the girl next door. I'm your friend. I'm relatable because I've literally been where you are. Like I wasn't an athlete my entire life. Like, no, I was having unhealthy habits. I had mental health issues, but here I am, you know, on the other side of it all. You know, I was furloughed because I have another job and I was furloughed at that job. Like I've been where you are. Like this is not just talk. It's not a game. Like I get it. And if I had like been down and out when all of this was happening, when the gyms were closing, when I was gaining weight, and when I had a furlough with my other job, I wouldn't have been able to help people or been relatable and been like, you can overcome, because I'm a testament of that. So definitely I felt super discouraged, but looking back, hindsight's 2020. And I'm so grateful. Outside of, you know, COVID was a terrible thing and it's still going on, and like praying for everyone going through it. But it definitely helped me become a better version of myself, for myself and for other people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And let's say I am so proud of you, like for you to press forward and push and use what you were going through as a stepping stool in order to be able to inspire and give to other people. Because if y'all haven't, y'all need to, okay, sign up with Fit With Vic. She's gonna get you right. Okay. No, for real. Like it was, being in your program was more than just, all right, it's time for me to finally say what I was going to do and actually be working out. Because I had already started working out a little bit before then. But I think the part that really stood most out to me, I would have to say, is the group of people, the community that came together in regards to making sure we all held each other accountable. I mean, what kind of protein powder you using? Is this okay to drink? Who finished their water today? Did you finish your gallon of water today? I'm only at half. I barely had half a liter. It was the group. The group was, that was great.
I'm so glad you guys were a part. That makes me happy. I'm gonna have to bring it back next summer. This summer was some stuff, you know, independent projects going on, but next summer we're gonna get back into that and do some business.
I'm a living in witness, okay?
Yeah.
it worked.
I'll be looking forward to it.
I would say that's an amazing testament because, like you said, a lot of people were going through several different things during COVID, but for you to take it and not be defeated and find something that just didn't motivate you but motivated other people was really good. Because I would say for myself, prior to COVID, I was getting so many people watching my stories and like saying, go girl, go, because I was that girl in the gym, but I wasn't doing it for anyone else. I was just doing it because of myself. But then I traveled, I started eating, and I love food too. I'm like, I'm not going to travel anywhere and not enjoy food. But then I got back to the gym, started working out, and then boom, COVID happened. And I was that person who, because it was new to me, the gym was new to me. So I was that person who didn't know what to do without the gym, who felt like things were getting dark because literally inside my house it's warm colors in here. So it's like, it's dark, but it's literally nice outside, girl. Go for a walk. And trying to like reboot my body to where I was able to lift all these things. Now getting back to things is like, I can't lift this anymore because my body was at one point used to lifting. So I'm lifting more and more and more, but now restarting all over, it was tough. So I will say too, I loved the time. I think I joined like July or August, like one of your last month. Yeah, second to the last one. And with that, I was like, not even 2 minutes in, sweating bullets. Like, oh my God. Like, but it was also good. And like what I really loved the most was the time when I got on there and you were actually live doing it with me.
I remember.
Yeah. And it just like, okay, I wanna quit, but like when I do it by myself, I'm like, I wanna quit. I don't wanna get on here. But once I got on there and see other people doing it, it's like, okay, it's aspirational.
You're not alone.
Yeah, I'm not alone. And then too, like Monie said, when I got in the chat and I'm like, these dog downy biscuit bunnies, whatever the name of the exercise, I just made that up. But
I'm like, wait, what?
These exercises are so tough. And then when people say me too, it's like, okay, I'm not the only one. Or people say,
Right.
I just finished one set, taking a break, going to do another one. Oh, okay. I don't have to just go straight through. We all have our different levels. So I love the community aspect of it too. But I did want to give you just kudos of not giving up on yourself, but then not selfishly bigging yourself up, but finding a community, starting a community for other people to be able to be inspired and not lose their sight on their fitness journey because the gyms were closed.
That makes me feel so special. I love to hear that because I didn't realize that I was doing that in the midst of it. But looking back, like, helping others helped me. I feel like, honestly, not to get all like woohoo on you guys, but I think that's why we're here on earth, is just to like support each other and love on each other and help us reach each other's goals. And we all need each other, which is why COVID was so hard, because we were isolated.
Absolutely.
And when you're isolated, you get in your thoughts in your head, but we need each other to survive. So community is everything. And I'm so glad that you guys got to experience that with me. That was awesome.
Can't wait for the next
summer 2022. We in there.
All right, Miss Victoria. Thank you so much for being here, but we cannot let you go without let the people know where they can find you, website, socials, all of that. Let them know.
Hey, all right. So you can find me at fitnesswithvic.com if you want to sign up for personal training, one-on-one or online training. And my Instagram is vickitoria.t.
She gave it to y'all. If y'all wasn't listening, y'all know we're going to drop it down in the description just in case.
Thanks, ladies, so much.
Yes, thank you for all the gems that you gave us today.
Aww.
I loved a few of them. I'm definitely going to see them on our Instagram page, because we're definitely going to be dropping.
Yes. Use them as your captions, y'all. It's all good.
Save it as a caption. But thank you so much.
It's time for announcements. It's time for announcements. It's time for announcements. It's time for announcements. And we have come to the end of episode 14.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel? We have 2 episodes left in this season.
It seems like it goes slow, but it also goes fast at the same time.
All right, our first episode for this season premiered February 12th. Can you believe that? Like every 2 weeks with our consistency or whatever. And now season 2 is coming to a close. We gotta start prepping for season 3.
I know, it was just like yesterday we were prepping for this season.
Right.
And now we're nearing the end.
That's crazy. But I love it though. I like doing this. I like it. I enjoy it.
Loves it here. She loves it here.
And love the fact that other people love it too. So that means we're doing something right. So shout out to y'all that's been with us from the beginning. And y'all know what the beginning is. For those of you that don't know, this is your first time ever hearing about the beginning. We're talking about IGTV before we ever were on a podcast platform, okay? All right, welcome.
Okay. Our first announcement, speaking of IG, if you've been following us, you'll see that we have an August question of the month. Our question of the month for August is, what is your go-to form of coping? If you are new to LoveLoudd in general, every month we post a question of the month, and we either raffle off a gift or a code, some kind of prize or incentive for you answering. So this month's question is, what is your go-to form of coping? You can answer under our YouTube page for that question of the month, where you see Monie and I responding, or you can answer on our Instagram page. And somebody answered on our Facebook page, so we'll see it wherever you respond, we'll see it. And that's our first announcement. I feel like we're in church, girl. I'm like, and that's our first announcement.
All right, and coming up next.
Right.
Speaking of answering, and we will see your answers wherever you post them. You can also put your answers on our YouTube channel. So whenever we post our questions of the month on the YouTube channel, all you gotta do is put your answer right underneath, and that will also enter you in to win whatever the prizes that we have for the month. So in subscribing to our YouTube channel, there are different types of content that you will be able to see. We have episodes of Truth Carpet, this here podcast on there. We have our answers to the question of the month. We have video vlogs for the blogs that we write on our website. And we also have some up and coming content that is going to be brand new and fresh for y'all to see coming real soon. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on the content that you love. Anything that you want to see that we don't already have, please let us know what you will want from LoveLoudd LLC. We are all about giving and receiving. Asking, you shall receive. Let us know what you want LoveLoudd to do. Okay.
Our next announcement is regarding our Note to Self journal, which is available for sale. Thank you to those who have been putting in their orders already. We see your orders and we are so excited for you to get your journal and see how you use it and what you think of it. I'm excited to use my journal. So, of course, I know what the prompts are and everything because I had the book. But I just ordered the bath tray. I don't think I told you, but I got the bath tray because I know I've been talking about it, but I finally
come through bath tray, yes.
Come through bath tray, bamboo or whatever. And I'm excited to take a bath and use my Note to Self journal in my bath with my tunes. I might use the Insight Timer or the Calm app, I don't know, with my candles, and use my Note to Self journal in the tub, taking a little bathy with my rubber. I don't got a rubber duck, but it's always cool to say rubber duck.
Right, she needs to get herself a rubber duck. Crazy thing is, when we first started this episode, you ain't have no thing yet. So it's like by the end of the episode, now you got a bamboo tray for the tub.
I forgot.
Like, damn, she got that thing fast.
For y'all that's listening, we're actually recording this part on another day.
I'm like, dang, she like through the course of the episode, she's like, let me just go ahead and order one. That's what it said.
I mean, Amazon is that fast.
It really is that fast. I don't sleep on Amazon because Amazon don't sleep on me.
Right. Before you can even push the order button, they be
right. Not dang. Okay, surprise.
I ain't even pay yet. Right.
Thank you. And give me discounts and stuff. Yes, I'm a loyal customer, providing what I need.
Loyal. Provide. And speaking of Amazon, I'm sure they have the best reviews.
Right. So make sure y'all leave LoveLoudd a review. Let us know what you think of us, whether it's our YouTube channel, if you're enjoying our videos, if you did buy the Note to Self journal and you're loving it so far, if you have read our books, if you rock our merch, if you like what we post on our Instagram page, if you are excited about our upcoming event, Writers in the Park, because we had to reschedule. But that's okay because it's still happening, okay? Whatever it is that you love about LoveLoudd, let us know, leave us a review, and we have a section special for all of our reviews on our website. So you give us a review and we'll post it on the website. We promise. It ain't no tricks to it. Yeah, nothing up my sleeve. We actually put y'all on the website as a thank you for leaving us a review. We appreciate y'all.
Yes. Because you didn't have to do it.
You did. We thank you. Oh, man. And I feel like that concludes episode 14 of Truth Carpet. Oh, shiggity.
Oh my God. I don't know who this person is, but we definitely want to give another thank you, another shout out to Vicky for taking time to record this episode with us.
Yes, absolutely.
It was great. It's amazing. Follow her on her socials. Take a class.
Right. Sign up for her personal training, y'all. She is the truth. If y'all haven't already been to her page, it'll be down in the description as always, so that y'all can make sure that y'all know that who we up here talking to, they legit folks. We don't bring these people on just because we think they cool. I mean, they cool. We know them, but now y'all know them too. So get to know them a little better and follow them on their social media.
I always enjoy reaching out to people too, because I'm sure they don't expect it, but when we do reach out, just their excitement and enthusiasm from getting an invitation is like, because I don't know why, like when we first started talking about having guests, I was like, are they really gonna want to do this with us? Like, how do we ask them, like, how does this go? But we just did it, and even ongoing is always a yes. Oh, and then it's like they get nervous too. Like, oh, I don't know how this goes. Should I get a ring light? Should I get this? Like, but it's just always great. I always enjoy having guests on our show.
Right. As we grow and prosper, I guess grow and prosper, and Truth Carpet just becomes something that's bigger and better. So I cannot wait to see where we continue to grow over time, girl.
Yeah, same.
Poppin', it's gonna be on there, poppin'.
Okay, Chris.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you have anything else for the people?
I don't, unless y'all want to hear me sing poppin'. You know it's on and poppin'.
I don't know how to mute y'all her. I mean, I said I don't know how to mute y'all her. It's getting late.
Oh, yep, it is. And it's time to go, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We will see y'all in 2 weeks.
Why you want to be here?
All right, I got to stop recording now. It's time to go.
Stay black.
Stay proud.